Hello, this is ChaYah Shalom, and I'm interested in knowing a little bit more about trusts and wills. Some of us have wills, written wills, um, and some of us have trusts. But what if you had to help your parents make a trust? Maybe they have a will. And it's just a simple will saying that if I pass away, everything goes to you. If you pass away, everything comes to me. But what happens if they both pass away at the same time or close in proximity? Shouldn't there be somebody there that would be the executor or the trustee or someone that would handle the affairs? Like, what if you had to pay bills or their funeral expenses and such? So I'm going to share the screen a little bit and see if we can learn something today. If you have any great comments, I would love to hear them. You can put them down there in the comment box. And please like, subscribe, share, and comment. And let's do these particular comments as helping people out. I don't need you to tell me that my hair looks weird today or something like that. I don't need to hear any negativity. I haven't been feeling that great myself, so this is something that I think is a really important thing. But look at what it says in Proverbs, the book of Proverbs in the Bible, 13:22. It says, "A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children." That's the grandchildren. "But the wealth of the sinner is stored up for the righteous." Hmm. I don't exactly know, what that means. I mean, I can see from the prima facie uh, outside of the cup or the obvious written word right there, what I can interpret that means a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children, like the grandchildren. But then it comes to the wealth of the sinner is stored up for the righteous. I don't exactly understand all of that. I think it would be awful if you own things and you just didn't have a will or a trust and you just, I don't know, it went back into the public usage, after you have done all this work for your entire life and, gotten yourself houses, land, and what have you, to just not even care to the point, if you have children or grandchildren, to not leave them anything. That's not cool, I don't think. So anyways, I have a will and I have a trust. And I also have a UCC1 and I have all my paperwork filed in New York, even though I'm in California. But hey, I do have some of my paperwork here in a registered mail sent to myself, envelope untouched. But let's look at the IRS site. Let me see if I can let's make sure that I'm sharing that screen because sometimes when you try to transfer over, it's not even letting you see that screen. Let me see if I'm doing it right. Okay. So, Eric Esel was talking to us on a couple of videos about the SS4. That's the application for employer identification number. Now, let's read what that means because, some people are saying, hey, I'm retired. I'm not even employed, blah, blah, blah. Or I work for myself and I don't have any workers. So let's find out. What does this say? This is information about the Form SS4 application for employer identification number, including recent updates, related forms, and instructions on how to file. Form SS4 is used by sole proprietors, corporations, partnerships, estates, trusts, and other entities to apply for an EIN. So there's general information and there's businesses. So let's see, what else does it say? Hey, look down here, look at that. Reminder to U.S. owners of a foreign trust. Well, it's a tricky little thing. I think if you look at Title 26, the definition section 7701, you have to look up U.S. U.S. under that says Washington, D.C. Now, you and I don't live or work, to my knowledge, in Washington, D.C. Unless, of course, you might have an adhesion contract making you a federal person, making you an ID, making you a driver's license. If there's an adhesion contract there with a social security number, which is a federal number, that might make us a U.S. person, or at least they can attempt to sew that shadow or that plastic piece of paper or that card or those titles onto us and kind of make us that U.S. person, which is that 14th Amendment citizen slave. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't. Some people probably don't. Okay, so I did learn a little bit that the 14th Amendment was not fully ratified. And that was supposed to have been used after Lincoln to try to get the parents' so-called slaves at that time to become U.S. citizens. But what I think happened, this is what I've been told, is that it was like a gigantic fishing net to be cast all over the land and make it underwater, so to speak, in Admiralty maritime law by capturing everybody into slavery, meaning let's make everybody a U.S. citizen. And hey, why do you think that they're allowing all these people in through the borders? Because they want more worker bees. They want more people to sign up for these benefits. And then they want more taxes. They want more little worker bees. So that's what they're doing by attempting to capture us and making us like Jackie Paper, you know, from Puff the Magic Dragon, that little cartoon. Google that or YouTube that, and you can see that Puff the Magic Dragon cartoon, he went to go visit this little boy who was very depressed and sick and had to stay home. And the doctor said, there's no hope for him. Just let him be here in hospice or whatever. And Puff the Magic Dragon says, oh, no, 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 no. If you want to go places with me, let's just do this. We're going to make it, write up a piece of paper, do your, you know, silhouette, and then we're going to grab your soul and stick it into the paper. And that little Jackie Paper can go with me to the land of Honolulu and all these places. I don't exactly know what happened to the poor little boy's body. I think it was laying on the ground. But the whole idea is that it's kind of symbolic right in your face saying, look, we are living souls. We live inside this earthly temple, this body, this temporary dwelling place. Inside of us is a soul and a spirit from the Most High, from our Creator. Each of us has a soul and a spirit living inside of our earthly tent. So apparently, when it comes to commerce and Admiralty Maritime capturing pirates, they create paperwork and a name, all caps, all capitalized, to capitalize upon us. And attempt to, almost like Wendy from Peter Pan, sew on the shadow of Peter Pan. It's like they're saying, this little card that we made for you, this ID card from Costco with your picture on it, kind of like the DMV, it's got your picture and all your information. This is you, right? And you're like, yeah, that's me. No, it's not. This is a piece of paper that's showing my face and my information, but that's not really me. I could rip that up and throw it away. That's not me. This is me right here. But that piece of paper or that document or that laminated card, or let's say anything that has our information on it, chattel, what's it called? Contracts, they're attempting to use that as if it's us and legally and make us liable for everything that's, we're contracting to or signing for. So here on this IRS thing, I've had a few people say that when they do the Patrick Devine method, that they're saying when you want to do a trust, that you have to do something like this. Well, apparently, lawyers charge you a lot of money to do this kind of stuff for you and get you started. But we too can do this here. But it is important to know what we're doing. And sometimes when you look at something for the first time, or maybe a few times, you have to familiarize yourself with this. And then you definitely want to read about it so that you can walk in authority and make sure that you're doing the right thing. When you don't have a teacher, it's easy to guess, make mistakes. And the problem that we're having is that we hear this from a lot of people, but they're saying that they're not teachers per se. And then you get other people who start reading the definitions of things, like, I mentioned to you about Title 26, reading what is US? What is US citizen? We have to look at the definitions, at least the ones that they already have defined there. And yes, we do have the right of self-declaration. As you know, in this time, what is it, the year 2024, there's a lot of people putting out declarations of independence and saying that they can do and be whatever they want. They could be even the opposite of what they were, assigned biologically. So the thing is that it's becoming more acceptable for people to be able to make their declarations, and people are being sued if you say no, you are this, you're not that. So that's why people are kind of, tippy-toeing about and not really challenging a whole lot of people about things because they don't want to get sued or whatever. But I believe that our Creator did create us, and He made us in His image, which is a spirit, and did give us a physical body from the DNA from our parents. And whatever we turned out to be, that's what we are. And I also believe that we are an accumulation of different things that we have gone through that make us who we are today. It can make us bad, it can make us good, it can make us confused. There's many things. But each one of us has challenges and obstacles to overcome. So I wanted to just briefly go over this, that everyone can look up IRS.gov for themselves. You can look up, the SS4 and look to see if that's something that you need for yourself, to just have a piece of paper that's filed and keep that on your person so you can be safe in your person and your papers. And if you want to do more elaborate things, you can maybe Google or Chat GPT or something about some of the things that you could put in your will or in your trust. Like, do you own property? Do you, or, I don't know if we really own anything, to tell you the truth. I mean, if we gift it to the state, it's almost like we're just gifting it into their trust, the state business. But we are kind of learning and waking up that it's time we grow up, become the age of majority instead of minors, and make our declaration saying, I am alive, I am not a minor, I am at the age of majority, I am ready to learn, and ready to read and study. And I do have a study group, a couple of them, reconnaissance study group. We're on Facebook Messenger. We're not on Facebook. We're kind of a private group in a way. We're on Messenger and on Telegram. But my goal is to basically have a place where we can all ask questions without being ridiculed and knocked over the head and being, told that we're stupid or dumb or whatever for asking questions, because each one teach one. Some of us know more than others, so we kind of have to help each other. Anyways, I am missing some phone calls I would like to answer, but I will be here with you. If you would like to do me a favor, click on that subscribe or follow button and share this with others, especially those who might need to know this information that I mentioned. Or if you do know the information, if you can write down in the comments, that would be helpful for each of us to grow and learn, because it is time that we make our declarations, say, I'm alive, I am of the age of majority, I am willing to handle my own affairs, and start handling our affairs. We do have to have some knowledge of the system and how it works. So we can kind of see in the media how certain ones are able to discharge debt or do accepted for value. Like recently, ex-President Trump, someone looked up the UCC one and saw that he had written a whole bunch of stuff off. And I'm like, wow, that's how he's doing it. Okay, we need to do that too. So we need to get set up. This is how you would set up. This will tell you right here, do you need an EIN? You can click on that. You can look up general information. What to do if you're assigned an employer identification number you did not request. So this is why, if you're going to be doing something for your parents, you have to get permission, because our parents might not know how to go online and do this. But you, of course, have to get their permission if you're going to help them. Sometimes you can't be with them, because you're a little further away than you want to be. But if they say, okay, well, help me out here, I need to know, blah, blah, blah. That's why I'm making this video, so that we can at least help each other, to help our parents and help one another, help ourselves. So there's general information. You can click on that. You go up here to IRS.gov and you look up SS4, because you want to look up trust or estate, okay? And then you can read all these things down here. I don't know how much time I have to go into reading it all, but maybe I could just look at some. Let me see. Let's look at the general information. Let's see if that does anything. I don't know. Is it going to do anything? I'll go here. Click on that underlined bold thing there. And so here is an actual PDF. That's what we would need to be filling out. So I'm going to click on that. Whoa, nice and big there. So you can kind of see, who is this for? It's for use for employers, corporations, partnership, trusts. That's the one right there. Estates. That could be another one. When someone passes away, you can make the estate. Or if you're going to say your all caps person is the estate, you can do that as well. There's also churches, which would be nonprofit organizations, government agencies, Indian tribal entities, certain individuals. I don't know exactly what that means. And others. I don't know what that means either. But I do read on my channel here, ChaYah Shalom. ChaYah is an actual name in Hebrew, and it means to have life, and Yah is our creator. And Shalom means peace, but the actual letters of Shalom is to destroy authority attached to chaos. When we learn something new, we are destroying the authority that's attached to our confusion and our chaos. So that's why we want to learn something new. So let's see what else we got here. Legal name of entity or individual for whom the EIN is being requested. So you could put someone's name there. Let's say your parents' name. John and Sally Weathersfield Trust or something like that. I just made that up. And it's going to be in all caps, by the way. Then let's see, trade name of business. Yeah, that's the scary part. You don't know. If different from name on line 1. I don't think it would be different. So we're not going to put that. It would just be this individual. And then you would put the executor or administrator, trustee, or care of name. If you are going to be that administrator for your parents, or if one of the parents is going to be that, you could put them on there too. And then it says mailing address, street address, if different. Okay, so it's probably going to be the same. So let's see, name of responsible party. I would imagine it would be the all caps name, right? I think so. Now you can put the social security number of the all caps name. Yep. Is this application for a limited liability company? No, I don't think so. If it is, then enter yes. Okay, so let me see. What else does it say? If yes, was it organized in the United States? Oh, what would that mean? Does that mean Washington, D.C.? Yeah, I think that's what it would be. So I wouldn't be saying yes, that it's going to be an LLC. It would be non or unincorporated, an unincorporated trust. Now, I think that down the line here, it might have where it says revocable or irrevocable, but I don't know if it's on this particular form. So let's see. So right here, trust. You could put trust. Tin of grantor. The TIN, tax identification number. Here's a state. So this is, a state is for social security number of decedent, the person that has passed. Now, some people, including myself, have put that for their estate or the all caps name because it's a dead entity, right? But you could put one of your parents. My dad has died. I have not made one of these for my dad, per se, who's passed away. But I could put his whole name up there and operate it as a business, make a claim, get the death certificate. I think I'd have to go to the probate court and get some type of a declaratory judgment on that. I think that's how you do that. I haven't done that. Anyways, let's move on. Let's see. So it's talking about if it's a corporation or the name of the state or foreign country, if applicable, we're incorporated. I also believe that this is probably the same form that, no, you can't do the foreign grantor trust online. I remember you have to do it by the phone. So this is not the foreign grantor one. All right, so the reason for applying, let's see, well, banking purposes, change type of organization, purchase, going business, created a trust. Hey, there you go. Because you want to create a trust and specify the type. I wonder if you would say express trust or if you would say irrevocable trust. I think maybe that's where you do it here, or a revocable trust. I think there's different benefits for different kinds. I have an irrevocable trust, and I've heard that when you're really old, you might want to have an irrevocable so people don't come in later and change your stuff around when you got Alzheimer's or whatever, you know. The irrevocable trust, whatever they said, that's what they meant. There's no changing on that one. But like I personally, if I had to do this for my mom right at this moment with her husband getting ready to pass, I would have to say it's irrevocable because I don't know all the ins and outs of what, you know, they want to do, you know. And I would probably put her, my mom, as the actual trustee so that she could be able to state what she wants, you know. Okay, so let's see. You don't have to put any employees if you don't have any employees, right? Check one box that describes the principal activity of your business. Okay, well, that would be under business. So if it's not for a business, then I don't know. If you know the answers to these things, put it down in the comment section. I really can't be advising because I don't know. I'm just looking at this like for the third time and I'm not skilled. I don't I don't know exactly how this should go. So don't listen to me necessarily. I'm just trying to show you guys that there's some options that you can do yourself, or you can get somebody who is skilled and ask them to help you. But I just thought I would bring this to everybody's attention. I'm going to look at this in private and help my mom out so she can have this information, and I'll let her be able to, you know, put this with her will. But I just thought I would go over it. So as a review, I have done this myself, but like I said, this is for entertainment purposes only, and I'm basically just reading things and putting some things out there for people. Okay, so I thought I would just mention that. I am on a generator out there. I'm gonna go get offline and maybe I'll be on for a little bit, but I'm gonna get off this video right now. So if you guys would like, subscribe and share, and please comment in the bottom, I would really appreciate that. That might help the algorithm and we might get more information. I got some really good commenters down here. And hey, you know, if you guys want to find me on Facebook, just say, put me in the study group. I would love to have you on. This way, when I get ready to go on here and I could drop a link, then we can have you on there too. Maybe I can interview you if you're a really good researcher or you have some good tips for people. That would help out the community. Okay. All right. Well, I'll leave you at this. Today is Tuesday, September 24th, 2024. And I just wish blessings upon you. Right now, I'm observing Sukkot. Sukkot. It's a thing where you go camping. Yeah, so I'm camping this week. I think this is the 4th or 5th day of Sukkot. That is actually when the Savior or Messiah was born, in this time of year in the fall. At least that's what some people say. Some people say spring, some people say fall, but we already know that it wasn't the winter. It wasn't December 25th. It wasn't that. So we want to know the truth. When we find the truth, knock, seek, and ask, and we'll know the truth. And the truth will make us free. Okay? Then we'll have true peace, true shalom. All right, you guys be blessed. And I don't believe that that means be less, okay? I mean to have abundance and life, okay? All right, we'll see you guys, and hopefully we'll get some good comments down here, okay? Thanks.